So, welcome. Today I'm going to be trying something new and see how it goes. So, first of all, I want to say is this. Have you guys ever heard of Veritas Vault? Or maybe a token called VVA? Or maybe a token, a stable token like a DAI? Now, today you will be actually learning and discovering something very interesting. How you can make money 3 times a day. You're getting having a job right now, making maybe making a paycheck 2 times a month. After your Friday finishes up, you have to wait till Monday or Tuesday to see your check. Hey, maybe that check is not big enough to pay your bills. Maybe you have a dream or desire to accomplish something or achieve something, or maybe go somewhere or purchase something. That's right. Today we will be sharing with you how you can actually earn 3 times a day, receiving monthly income that actually can stabilize whatever the needs you are and solve your needs. So first of all, I want to actually share with this video for you. It's a 4-minute video, just touching bases on the product, just touching basic just on the monthly income, or I'm sorry, the daily income that actually can provide you the 3 times a day of cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So let's watch this video.
May I ask you a question? If there was a way to turn $1,000 into $50,000 or more, would you want to learn about it? And what if you could get paid 3 times a day without jumping through hoops to make it happen? Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds too good to be true. And I understand, but here's a better question. If something sounds too good to be true, is that really a reason not to explore it? The truth is, most people only encounter 2 or 3 truly life-changing financial opportunities in their entire lifetime. Could this be one of yours? Think about it. What if you had invested $1,000 in Apple, Amazon, or Walmart 10, 20 years ago? Your life would look very different today. Or take Bitcoin. Around 15 years ago, one Bitcoin cost about 10 cents. 10 years ago, it was around $350. Today, one Bitcoin is valued at over $100,000. Opportunities like that don't come around every day. Now, before I continue, let me be clear. We are not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice. Please make all of your financial decisions carefully and responsibly. That said, one proven way people have been earning with cryptocurrency is called staking. Staking simply means holding certain crypto tokens in a wallet and earning rewards daily, weekly, or monthly just for holding them. And the best part is, you can cash out anytime. There's no contract lock-in. This brings us to Veritas Vault. Veritas Vault is a blockchain-based platform that rewards participants who hold its token, VVA. Here's how it works. Every 8 hours, participants earn up to 0.44% on their stake, adding up to as much as 1.32% per day. So, for example, if you stake $100, you could earn about $1.32 per day. With $1,000, that's about $13.20 per day, and those earnings are paid in VVA tokens directly to your wallet. From there, you can take your earnings out or leave them in for automatic compounding. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world, and that's exactly what's happening here. Your earnings are compounded daily, so your balance keeps growing automatically. And the technology behind this is a smart contract on the blockchain. And this is where auto-compounding kicks in. Think of it like home automation. Once it's programmed, it runs on its own. Just like a smart thermostat or an automated coffee maker, a smart contract executes its rules consistently, with no manual intervention. Once it's locked, this will protect everyone involved. Now, here's another question. Do you know anyone else who would like the same opportunity? Because in addition to daily staking rewards, Veritas Vault also offers referral rewards. For example, if you referred me, you would earn 18% of my profits. If I referred my brother, you would earn 13% of his profits, while I earn 18%. And this continues through 12 generations of referrals. The good news is, you don't have to track the numbers. The smart contract handles it all automatically, and for those who enjoy building teams, there are additional bonuses you can qualify for as well. At the beginning, we talked about life-changing opportunities. For many people, Veritas Vault could be one of those rare chances. Whether you simply want to earn passive rewards every day, or you want to share this with others and build a community, there's a place for you here. Veritas Vault's auto compounding system is a breakthrough in this industry designed for everyone, whether you're brand new to crypto or already experienced. Veritas Vault isn't just another program, it's a movement. A platform built on trust, transparency, and the power of blockchain. A system that pays you daily, opens doors for everyone new or experienced, and has the potential to change your financial future. If this resonates with you, we encourage you to get back to the person who introduced you to Veritas Vault and take a closer look. The future doesn't wait. Neither should you. Welcome to Veritas Vault.
And welcome again, as you guys have listened to this short 4-minute video talking a little bit about Veritas Vault. The bottom line is this. You take whatever is comfortable for you. First, I want to say is this. Do not go crazy. Do not lose your mind, because greed can always kick in. And when the greed kicks in, it always comes with a risk, which actually comes with destruction. I have not seen any project yet out there that when somebody came in with a greed, that actually paid out really well. Usually when somebody came in with a greed, even though the project was fantastic, somehow, somewhere, they messed it up, did something, which end of the day, the person got hurt. So, first of all, you figure out in a comfort. This is actually my recommendation this is actually Slavic's recommendation. Let's say it this way. I say, okay, how much would you like to come in into the project? Person, okay, I wanted to do $1,000. I say, how much out of that $1,000 can you actually take out and throw it in the fire? Burn it, destroy it, whatever it takes. Those money no longer exists to you. People come back with various different answers. Somebody says, I'll take $100. None. I have seen, and I've said, hey, if you're not willing to risk none, then I think this is not for you. I have people like that. I even have a cousin like that actually said none. But when I told him, hey, that is not for you, and he's like, what? Not for me? I still want it in. So end of the day, I said, hey, what we'll do, we'll actually start off with $100, and let's see what happens. Come to the Zooms, learn about the about the project, and then at one point, you will be more comfortable. End of the day, it's crypto, guys. And even if the project is solid, there are things like scammers. And scammers are heavy in crypto. That's why you want to only put in what you're comfortable with and not have no risk of losing it. Pretty much, you're okay with that. Then, after you come in, you'll notice something very amazing. You'll buy the DAI, pretty much from DAI, we'll convert it to VVA. From there, VVA, we will stake it. And then 24 hours later, we'll claim it. We can go through all the details, and I can share. I have multiple videos, even create for multiple wallets, how to do that. But I want to actually talk about the results. See, after 24 hours, you're going to claim it. You're going to see an amount that's going to pay out 8 hours later to you. That amount gets put on top of the balance that you already have 8 hours later. Now you're going to have a new balance. And also, again, going to tell you how much of rebates you're going to receive again in 8 hours. 8 hours passes, that amount gets put on top of that. And it's continue cycle after cycle. Every 8 hours, it's another cha-ching. Estimated about slightly under 0.44 as of right now percent. But that's the ceiling, 0.44. The amount can change, depends on certain outcomes. So don't consider always saying, hey, I will be receiving 0.44% forever. It is something it is stated right now. I would actually estimate right now is calculate at 0.4%. In a long term, estimate yourself roughly around 3.35%. This is actually be a little bit more accurate number percentage to actually calculate. And there's a calculator that when you get registered, you'll be able to see where you can put it in your numbers and see what's going to be a week from today, your balance, what's going to be a month from today, what's going to be 6 months from today, what's going to be a year from today. And tell you one thing, numbers are amazing. And the thing is, no CD, no business out there that you can start. I build businesses for the majority of my life. I enjoy being self-employed. I enjoy actually building businesses. But the part is that I discovered that there is actually no business in the world that I can build fast enough to provide me that kind of income how it actually provides here in Veritas. And the beauty part is, doesn't require a huge investment, doesn't require huge amount of energy. Just give you guys an example. Many years back, I actually built a very successful, um, I went into some sort of a partnership with another guy who had a small projector business out of his garage. Many years he tried to take it out of his garage. He was just not successful. So at one point, I said to him, hey, why don't we go 50 and 50 and I actually take this into actually real world? In the beginning, he said, let's first build some trust to each other. So you guys just think about like how long it takes to build a traditional business that's outside of the money. I'm not going to talk about the money. In that business, between me and him, we put in roughly about $100,000 worth just to get it out. But let's not talk about that right now. So, couple months, I was working almost on a hourly pay, just for him to get to know me and find out who actually I am. After I earned trust into him, he offered me partial partnership. Literally anything that I actually do that will impact the sales, I'll get 50% of those results. After a while, I got to the point saying, hey, I cannot continue this way because I need to pay my bills. I'm kind of running out of my money. So we need to either go full in or I need to pull back and focus on something else. And that's when he said, you know what? Let's go full in. We rented a shop. We started hiring people. We started looking for more vendors from who we can actually buy in. This was actually a recycling business where we actually would buy used electronics, refurbish them, and put them back on eBay and Amazon. Within that first year, we did really well. We probably 4 times the size within that first year. Second year, we grew more. But you guys have to understand, I was working like here right now, helping you guys. I was working between 10 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week to actually get this business going. So you guys actually see my habits here doing. I'm actually doing the same thing, not even being a partner. So, but I see every single one of you guys as a partner because if I see you guys succeed, so will I succeed. So, end of the day, I treat you guys as if you guys are my partners. So I continued with his help, and we at one point we actually broke out responsibilities. He handled purchases because he was really good at getting getting the product we needed at a certain price, which was actually what we needed the cheapest. I handled the accounting, I handled development, I handled the legal side, I also handled a few other things as well. So, we broke up responsibilities and we kept on growing. Also, and development. There was actually something else that actually was responsible for. We started continuing growing. Within 4 years, we took that business where it was valuated at $8 million. 4 locations in the United States, in addition to our headquarters in Sarasota, Florida. 2 locations in Ukraine, 2 locations in Germany, Mexico, and also buying a small buying office in China, where actually their responsibility was there is actually just visit different manufacturers and see what actually would catch our eye that we'd actually can import to sell it. But I want to say this. Of course, we had a big dream. We actually had a dream in that business to compete against Amazon in eBay, become the third marketplace, but not on a new product level, but on used product. Because if you guys really look at, Amazon doesn't really welcome used merchandise. If you look at eBay, yes, it offers people to sell used. But if you look at customer service, how they handle those people that actually, those business owners that actually selling used product, not exactly welcoming. So we seen the niche, and that was actually our goal to become the niche, but come in at a level where you have an example, right? Here, let's say you have a phone. So instead of listing that phone for sale, and let's say you have a broken screen on it, You list that phone, and the system automatically breaks down the phone into parts. The phone has a battery, the phone has a casing, the phone has a screen if the screen is good, the phone has a motherboard, so it actually automatically will break down the phone into parts. And list every part of the phone that you market that are actually in good condition as for sale. And when somebody is interested, want to buy your phone, they will contact you with an offer or accept an offer that's actually listed for. And immediately, that price that they're going to offer will include somebody who will give you either video instructions or actually get on a Zoom with you and tell you exactly how to take the phone apart, achieve that part that was just sold, and be shipped to the client. And I'm just right on the phone. That's literally anything that used can actually could have been done. Unfortunately, our roads have split with my business partner, and that has never became a reality. Whatever was built, they're struggling, try to keep it under survival rate. So, just wanted to guys give you an idea. To earn money in real world, it's not easy. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of hard work. In return, might have a business partner, you might have suppliers that might not be happy with something. You have customers that might not be happy. Then you have the community of customers that at the end of the day might say, you know what, we'll go somewhere else. Or somebody in that community say, you know what, I'll start up on business to compete with you. End of the day, it's not a easy world. And I always say this, whenever I speak, somewhere in speeches, and I say, hey, even if you know somebody is successful in business, that doesn't mean they're happy. That means they're hoping somebody come to them and offer them an easier way out so they can actually get rid of that business. Either sell it, close it, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of headache, a lot of problems. And every single day when I was running that business, I was living under one fear. What if somebody in my business screws up and messes with the wrong customer? That customer goes and makes a big deal out of it. And now we have a serious problem, and that business can go under. Second, we were selling on eBay and Amazon. I was under another fear. What if eBay or Amazon comes up with some new regulations for sellers? And the regulation that they're going to come up with might actually get to a point where actually they will shut us down because we will not be able to fulfill their requirements. Huge risk, because when you're actually working on somebody else's platform, you are responsible. Like like Uber drivers, they are responsible to Uber. And if Uber chooses, all the Uber has to do is disconnect their app, and they no longer have driving. Same thing with DoorDash. The same with other other apps out there. All of them is controlling people, control those who provide service, controlling the same thing customers. And on the customer side, you complain that your food was messed with after delivery. DoorDash might not accept your that you actually been honest with, and guess what? Now they terminated your account. You no longer can request the delivery. That is always when you're in the business. It's always you're living under the fear when you're using somebody else's services. Same thing here. I always lived, and when right now I see this Veritas project, I'm like, thanks God. I don't have to go back. I don't have to worry about. Hey, for the last 6 months, I was driving for Rody. The last couple months has been tight because summer season. Because I use what I do. I deliver heavy loads for a roadie, like a lawnmower and so on. Something that actually weighs over 100 pounds and doesn't fit in a vehicle. In the summer, in the spring, a lot of work. There were actually days where I was busy all day long. But when it came down to a fall, everything slowed down. And again, it's a stressful. Where am I going to get the money? Where am I going to pay the bills with? And with Veritas, it's a lot more easier because all you know is every 8 hours there'll be cha-ching. Now my personal story about Veritas, my last month and a half to 2 months. I came in with $100. Within day or two, I added more. Another day or two came, I've added more. Another couple days came in, I added more. Within about, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks, I got to about 800 tokens. And I'm like, I'm not bad. I think I'm doing good. Then the tokens grew to 1,000. Then I got rewarded with something, which my token right now balance went to 2,000. And over the last month, my tokens right now reached to over $4,000 balance. I haven't sold none. I sold, maybe $20 there because I needed to help somebody because they were not getting enough of $100 worth. Another $50 somewhere else. So, I helped out a little bit, few people as they were coming in on my team to get, to achieve them to minimum of $100 to get going. But that's it. And it's growing. And I'm thinking today, in another 10 days, I'll be at 5,000 tokens. Yes, right now you need about $1.40, so that's about, what, $7,000 worth. But if the price goes back to $4, now $5,000, 5,000 token at $4, that's what, $20,000? Just think about that. 5,000 tokens at $4, that's $20,000. What I actually can do right now is I can take roughly about $6,000 to $7,000 a month of income at $4 a token, market value, and do that month after month after month after month. And we're only, what, about 80 days into the project? We're not even full 3 months in. Originally started off with $100. But as I started off, I listened. I watched Mr. Allen. I watched Mr. Allen every single time. I didn't need to just listen to what Mr. Allen said. I also watched how his eyes behave, how his brows move when he's saying something, how he mimics his face, how he handles his hands. And I started listening. Wait a minute. It's not just what he says, but also his body says the same thing. He's not trying to hide something between the lines and saying, hey, guys, figure it out what I just didn't say. I listened to Dr. Steve. I listened to others. And that's what allowed me to add more, add more, add more, add more. In about 10 days, I'll be at 5K. Now, I understand. I didn't come in with a lot of money. I'm not rich because something happened in 2019 that turned my balance into zero in my bank account. Unfortunately, we all go through that in our lives. But I survived. And no matter how hard your situation might be, no how hard you might be trying to survive and get through your situation. I have not heard somebody just gave up. See, when we were created in a way where we easily and quickly adapt to whatever the situation is. And whatever the situation you're is, I'm pretty sure between you, your creator, and all of those that under his order looking over you will make sure that you will not die from hunger. But in return, they will slowly show you a way where at the end of the day you're going to start seeing that sunrise. That, like they say, that at the end of the tunnel, there's always a light. There's always a way to get out. And today, as you guys watch that 4-minute video, that's another opportunity for you, another form of a light to you. That every single one will be extending. Veritas is extending. Says, hey, try this. We're not saying you to put $10,000 or $50,000 or $500,000. Hey, you can start with as little as $1. Of course, I'll tell you this. If you can start with $1, you can wait long time before that dollar turns into 10, 50, and 100 and 1,000. But one thing I can tell you, even $1 can do. You guys probably have heard of a story. 1 penny multiplying every day or $1 million. This is what a father gave an option to a child and said, to actually two sons to pick either $1 million or a penny multiplied every day for the next 30 days. One son took $1 million, another son took a penny. So on day 2, the first son that took $1 million, he started spinning it. He was eating chocolate, candies. You know what kids do? They just go and spin on the toys that they love. While the other son, he put that penny into the box and he just enjoyed continuing reading books, doing education for himself, do what he always did, what he always loved. But at the end of the day, too, he looked into the box and there was 2 pennies. On day 3, the first kid, when it started spending more money, more of his $1 million, the second kid continued doing what he always did, reading books, educating himself, playing with friends. See, the first kid, he was busy. He was trying to burn through that $1 million as fast as he could. Don't we sometimes feel like kids when you get money? The second one, he just continued living like he normally did. And that's what we were taught. Put down that penny, whatever that is, 50, 100, whatever that is, and continue living a normal life. On the end of day 3, he opens up that box and he sees 4 pennies in there. Day 4, 8 pennies, 16, 32, 64, $1.28, and that kept on growing. I know if you guys ran the math right now, you guys would figure it out. On the day 30th, he had a couple $1 million. What about the kid number 1? He had a house full of junk. You couldn't get through that house. But in his bank account, almost nothing. So, this is actually a very good example for every single one of you to think about and say, hey, would I actually put something where I actually can, every 8 hours, continue growing and continue living like I always did? Here's something I want you guys to understand. Every time we get a paycheck, and after we pay the bills, the things that we get a negative energy from, oh, I have to pay this rent, I have to pay the electric bill, I have to pay this, that. That gives you negative emotions. But after you paid all that, and you see, like, say, oh, I have $300 left. Well, let me actually take my wife out to a dinner, or maybe to a movies, or maybe I'm going to go buy her something, or maybe I'm going to treat myself to something. See, every time you actually go treat yourself to that, you actually get a positive emotion. Because you're getting happy when you're doing something and you're paying for something that you like. Even though you're still ripping it away from you, but you get that happy emotion. But think about this. Let's say you went and you bought shoes or a purse or maybe if you're a man, maybe a tool or something like that. You got happy. You spend it, you got something that you needed or you wanted. But next day comes by. Are you still having that positive emotions? Oh yes, I spent yesterday $100. I had a really good dinner. A week later, you even forgot about that dinner. Or maybe that tool that you bought actually sitting on a shelf somewhere, collecting dust. Maybe you use it, but most of the time we buy it and we don't use it. It just sits until we need it one day. You might get that second satisfaction, and that's when you get to use that tool and you really appreciate it. You know what? It was a good decision. I really needed this drill, and I finally got it, and today I'm using it. But eventually that satisfaction wears out. But I want you to think about this. You take that same $100, you put it in Veritas. Tomorrow you look into Veritas Vault, and you see that 100 turned into $101. 2 days from today, You open Veritas Vault again or your wallet, and you see it's $102. How many satisfactions have you just received out of that $100? Day one, $1 satisfaction. One freaking dollar! But you're jumping like a kid. Day two, another dollar. And you're jumping like a kid. Because your money's grown. They have never grown this fast in your life. You had to work from them. Here, you're doing nothing. But at the same time, you're jumping like a kid because it turned into $2. Day three, $3. Day 45, your money doubled to $200. And you're like, no way. I did nothing at all. I didn't do nothing. I just logged in once a day and checked on the balance. I maybe spoke to Slavic, maybe came in and watched what Slavic spoken about. I came in and watched what people at 9 o'clock are talking about corporate. I maybe came in and watched what Nick said. But I did do nothing. Why my amount doubled? Another 45 days came and my amount tripled, almost quadrupled. Now you're really like a kid. You're really going crazy. Like, man, this is so cool. This is so fun. Need to keep on doing. I need to add more money. Instead of taking, I'm adding more money, right? Now your $100 turned into $370 or something in 90 days. You're like, really? I'm adding more because I need to get down to this to 1,000. So you add a little bit more. You wait another month, and you're right now almost at $1,000. And you're like, man, what just $100? Can you guys think how much satisfaction you were getting out of that? Out of just one single $100 deposit. How much satisfaction you were getting. Those positive feelings. Feelings that it's time to tell the whole world. Something that I have never done. I slept, but the money grew. So now you're like, at $1,000, you're like, man, I'm gonna buy that house that I always wanted. I'm gonna buy that car that I always wanted. I'll send my parents on a vacation that they always wanted. I'll do those gifts. Now I'll be able to marry that woman that I always wanted, that always told me no because I couldn't able to provide her that lifestyle she wanted. And on and on and on and on. You start creating those plans. Half a year in, and you're about $6,000-7,000 balance. All with one single seed of $100. And you're like, man, I can really do this. And you're like, you know what? Let me try it out. Do this withdrawal. Can I actually get $1,000? And you do a withdrawal, and you got the $1,000 deposited into your bank account after a couple transactions. And you're like, oh man, I just put in $100 in, but I got a full $1,000 out. Do you know what happens next? You enjoy your life. Now you're having satisfaction of satisfaction. You go spend on that meal, you go buy that tool, you go talk to your neighbor, and you're like, hey, neighbor, I'll pay you $50 just for you to bet me that I can actually turn your $100 into $1,000 in the next 6 months. And I'll bet you this, I'm gonna bet you this $100. You go talk to your brother, you talk to somebody else. Before you know it, you have a team of 50, 100 people on your team. And right now you have a stable couple $1,000s a month of income. Guys, it sounds like a fantasy. Anybody in normal mind, in a normal world that doesn't understand crypto, doesn't understand compounding, will say, Slavic, you're a fool. There isn't such a thing in this world. You cannot turn $100 in 6 months to $6,000. Something definitely wrong with you, Slavic. But how many of you actually seen it already started happening? In 30 days, you got 40% growth, or maybe 50% growth. In 10 days, you seen a 5-10% growth. So who's really a fool here? Us, as we actually experiencing that growth, or those that actually think that 4% CD is the maximum you can do. There was actually a time where I thought 4% is the best thing, until I came around and I found out in stock market people are averaging 12% to 20% a year. And I said, wait a minute. That's not the best way to get around at 4% with the CD. So I started studying stock market. I started doing better. Instead of 20%, I started doing 50, 70%, 80% a year. Then I just found out that actually building businesses, you can multiply your money by, three, four, five, 600 times a year. That business that I showed you guys in the beginning, I multiplied our money. We actually, at the end of the 4 year, we're actually, every deposit that we actually put down into the business, we were getting a 2 to 300 return within 30 days. But it took us 4 years to build it. And now this is like, wow, this is just amazing. Sometimes I feel like that kid that woke up in the paradise. We're just, nothing is a limit. You can do and achieve whatever you wish and you want. That exercise that I spoke to you guys last week. Think about 5 years into the future. See yourself with no limit, successful in every possible way. And when you're here for 30, 60, 90 days, you can start realizing the possibility are real. And that is the power of Veritas. And that is something, for those of you guys that are here for the first time, that is something that you guys can only start dreaming. And I want to plant those seeds of dream. I remember my first day in network marketing. I was, I don't know, about 19, I guess. I was invited to a house, to somebody's house. They threw in, at that time, I think it was, there's still VCRs. So they put in a tape, and I watched the video. Kerbal, you guys know what the other word life part of the word is. I watched the video, and end of the day, I was young, 18, 9, I think it was 19 back then, maybe 20. And I didn't really care about health because I was young, I was healthy. So why would I really care about that? But at the end of the video, they showed a limousine and they say, there will come a day when we will come to work and pick you up and you will never have to return back to work again. Something messed up my head since then. From a regular employee, which, majority of my life as a kid, I delivered newspapers and did a lot of, work for myself jobs. But when I seen that, something messed up my head. Since then, I hated a job like it's a prison sentence. Since then, I enjoyed working for myself, waiting for the day when that limousine gonna pull up and I'll be free. Never ever have to think again about another dollar, where it's gonna come from, because I know it'll always be there. And Veritas can provide that for you. But again, like I said in the beginning, don't lose your head. Don't start borrowing money from people that you shouldn't be borrowing. Don't start doing crazy things and taking out of the emergency savings account that you actually have in case of emergency. That's not what Veritas for. Veritas for is to throw in whatever you're comfortable with and let it grow while you continue living a lifestyle, the life that you live, while that Veritas work on the lifestyle that you deserve, that will provide for you down the road. And just wait, have patience. And it will deliver. Because it's designed to deliver. End of the day, math doesn't lie. So I do apologize because my head thinks ahead before my mouth speaks. So sometimes I can jump forward, and you guys are like, Sonic, you just skip three, four words. I'm sorry, that's just how my brain works. I think faster than my tongue can speak. So that is the reality. you cannot trick the math. And no matter how hard you try, the math will always be 2 plus 2 is 4. Even though some people want to prove that 2 plus 2 is 5. And there were times where I would actually go into battle and try to prove that it's 2 plus 2 is 4. And then one day I just realized if they're brain wired that way, no matter what you do, you're not going to reconvince them. That's why math is there. Now you choose math, reality, fantasy, whatever you want to choose. But at the end of the day, Veritas build to provide that and just that, nothing else. So, hey, why don't you take that, leap of faith? If $100 too much, or $1,000 may be too much for you, 50, 25, or 10. And if you have questions, I would like to actually answer those questions for you right now. So I'm going to open up the microphones and allow you to actually ask that question. So if anybody here that's new, please go ahead to give your questions. If not, we will actually move on to another training and go from there. Sachin.
Yeah, hi, Slavik. Thank you for
Hello.
your information. It was really motivational. Um, your story really encourages a lot. Now, I have a lot of people in India and also here under me. And for some reason, my button doesn't show anymore the claim rewards.
Okay, this is something we actually will be talking here as soon as I answer the questions. We'll be talking on that topic. So
Okay.
just bear with us for another, I don't know, 5, 10 more minutes, and we'll
Okay.
start on the topic. So thank you
Okay.
for your
Thank you.
question.
Thank you.
Anybody else with any questions? So no questions. Okay, today we will actually move all the rest of the questions to the end of the Zoom, where I'll actually turn off the recording and allow you to give you guys that environment of comfortability where you guys can ask any question and not be recorded. But now I want to actually move on with the second training. Andrew, do you have a question?
Yes, sorry. The same thing that you said not to do happened to me yesterday, last night, with Coinbase. I put what I did. I put $10 to make sure I could get it get it transferred, and then I said, okay, that went very smoothly, and I put 200, and they said I can't. They locked it up for 8 more days. So on the 13th, I'll be able to touch it. So
Uh,
that's
That's normal when especially with a new account or an account that has been dormant for a while.
okay.
So that's nothing new. Since it's only $200, not a lot. You either have a choice to wait, or you can
Okay.
actually take a debit card and actually purchase it right in your wallet.
Okay. Now I could purchase it. I could purchase it from my wallet, from Token Pocket. I mean, how does that work?
Um, in your token pocket, like any other wallet, there should be an option where that wallet has a contract with somebody who's actually accepting Visa or Mastercard, and to be able to give you option to purchase it. So look in your wallet an option where to buy tokens, or
Uh-huh.
if you call on a token, it might have an option to buy and actually proceed as instructed.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, the fee is going to be a little bit big, about 10%, but it's the fastest way where you don't have to wait.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's actually switch to our most important training. I have spoken with I'm not spoken. I have promised quite a few of you that we will actually do that training today. And let me actually prepare my screen. And we're just gonna switch to another wallet. Actually, no, that's not what I want to use. I'll use yeah, Lana's wallet. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share, and we're going to actually talk on this particular topic. Screen 2. So, we're all familiar here with our Veritas back office. This is actually our balance that we can claim. The tree level, how many people we have in our tree. Here we have what is our level qualification. It's based on multiple things. First is your personal SVVA balance, which that should be about what 300. So that'd be level two. Also, how many personally invited? So this person invited two people. Because of testing, I did ask a particular leg to give me a access to their wallet so I can actually do testing. So that's why I have access to their wallet. Now, here's the lifetime earnings of this person. So that's referral rewards earnings for the lifetime. So this person earned 38 tokens from their team. Now, next thing is this area where we can claim our tokens, referral reward tokens, and I recommend doing not every 8 hours, doing it once a day after you have claimed your staked rewards first. So then actually here you have your link, invitation link, where you guys can click on it and uh, I'm sorry, copy it and give it to your people that you're inviting into the business. End of the day, it's a business, even though honestly, I can tell you guys this, it doesn't feel like a business. It feels like you want to go out and shout to everybody that this is what they need. And that's the part I love it. That you're doing it, you're enjoying it because you're helping people change their lives. And in exchange, you're getting these tokens here. And that's the beauty part. So see, the next thing you guys going to see is actually be able to look at your levels. So your level one, you have two people, and if you click on it, you'll be able to see their wallet. If you go to level two, you'll be able to see their wallets, and you have see. I'm thinking level three and on, or level four and on. Those are actually my test wallets that I added for testing payouts, the mathematical side of it. And then the next part we have is the tree, and I'm going to for a second skip the tree and go down to this portion right here. And in this portion right here, you're gonna have transactions for every single time you claimed your referral rewards. They automatically get registered right here, and you'll be able to see every single transaction of those referral rewards that you claimed, and the time that you claimed, and the date that you claimed them at. So as you see, this wallet constantly claims around 6 o'clock in the morning. Been doing that for quite a while, and you guys can actually see the amount as that person claimed. And yesterday amount became normal. Then, as you guys can see, average. So was supposed to be like what 60, 62, and here we went to two tokens. So little jump in payout, and I have not run the math yet to verify. I usually allow 48 hours after they complete doing changes, and then I go in and I verify is the math properly paying out at all levels. So that is something I'll be doing probably Saturday, uh, unless I see any more changes. The next part I want to talk about is the tree. First of all, I want to tell you guys, you're not going to get paid on anybody. Let's actually do this. And we're going to expand all so we can see the whole tree. And you're not going to get paid anybody that doesn't have at least $100 worth of DAI in their token. So what we're going to do, we're going to right now the market price is $1.40. Another place that you can check the market price is going to bonds. And in bonds, we actually have here, so each VVA equals $1.40. Also, if you go to app dashboard, you'll be able to see that same price here on the chart, $1.40. So you have multiple places where you can obtain the market value of the token. So we're gonna go back to the referral. We're gonna go back to this section here, expand, and now we're gonna try to understand. So what I'm going to do first is actually gonna bring out a calculator so you guys can actually calculate and understand what you guys need to do in order to understand how much minimum each person on your team needs to have in order for you to qualify and receive referral rewards from that person. So we're going to take $100, right? That's what's minimum required. We're going to divide it by market price, $1.40. That means somebody needs to have at least 671 tokens in order for you to receive referral rewards. Now, for you to receive referral rewards, they need to have minimum of 71 and hold that $100 value, and hold it for 24 hours so you can start receiving referral rewards. So now we're actually going to look and we're going to say who on this tree actually has 71 tokens. So this person, the main person that I opened the wallet for, which is ABC or 8AC, actually has 288. So they have more than enough. Person below them has 123. That means they're green, and I able to. So she's able to earn on them as well as I able to, because I'm actually above them. Then this person has 700. So they're also green. I able to receive on them, and I will explain what green means so you guys have a better understanding. Now, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7 has less than 71 tokens. That means I will not be able to receive on these people. Neither will she, neither will she be able to receive uh, any referral rewards on these people unless their amount gets to 71 with a price of 140, or the price of the token rise to a point where this become $100 worth of value. So that's actually where right now. Before we couldn't, right now is this. So pretty much the first line right here is showing you your person's staked amount. Very beautiful, something we did not see before. Now be able to see, and we be able to see almost unlimited in depth, or at least 12 levels in depth. Second part that we're going to see, and this is part that still they're working, is the yellow portion. Next cycle rewards. Actually, let me check something. What does their clock says? Okay, so we have 4 hours left to 4 hours left. Yeah. So I guess we won't be able to. I will be watching and seeing if that will change, and I'll provide you guys with an update. But so far, uh, and see, right now we actually have that in black, no longer in yellow. So see, as we were just speaking, programmers actually did a change. Where right now they turned it to kind of like a purple color, not black. So yes, so this is actually they're still working because it's not showing. But in reality, what it's supposed to do is actually take this amount. So let's say we'll take the first level one, right? So 123.25 multiplied by right now is what, 0.44. So 0.0044 or 0.44%, which I'm usually doing, just add two zeros, then I have to use a percentage sign. So that's their rebase for 8 hours. Now this person's earnings would be 18%. So we multiply it by 0.18. And that person's earnings should be right here, stating 0.097614. Unfortunately, that is not showing us, so we're not seeing that. But that's how actually we can calculate and know what's the amount that's supposed to be there. Here, 13%. Here would actually take it to 10%, and actually going down the line based on the instructions. Next, here's actually another part that you guys want to see. See, right here it's already calculated how much of rebase they're going to receive on this. I'm sorry, no, that's rebate. Sorry, here's actually amount. It shows right now that actually they have an outstanding that they can claim already. That is what shows here. So here's another thing that I actually looked at, and I'm like, wow. Now I can go into my tree, and I can look and see who is not claiming their referral rewards. So they can start claiming their referral rewards, and I can start earning referral rewards on that amount. So I'm actually going to switch to my wallet and show you guys where I do have a couple people that actually not. Nope, that's the wrong wallet. That's the test wallet, looks like. No, that's this, DB4. That is my wallet. So I want to actually share and show you guys how you guys can look and right now know who you need to speak to. So I have 6.12 tokens that I can claim, but I only claim once a day every morning. So we actually not gonna do it right now. Then if I go down the tree, that means this person right here has 3.6 tokens, 47 tokens. But if I look at their tree, I don't see a lot of VVA balances. That means this person have not claimed their rewards for a while. Probably, I would probably estimate, say probably for a month, if not more. Or maybe they have never claimed it at all. So I need to call this person up, find out who they are, by contacting my this person and finding out contact of this person. And together with this person, I'll call this person and say, hey, you brought 3 people in, but you have not been collecting your referral reward. And some of those money are also will pay me referral reward. So we need to make sure we teach you so you are doing that. Let's continue. And I actually know exactly who that person is. Another person right there. 53 tokens. Again, we're going to look at their structure. Not a big structure. Not a lot of people in that structure. But at the same time, 50 tokens. So again, this person probably hasn't been claiming the referral rewards for a month as well. So that means somehow, somewhere, they either missed that class or never attended that class. And they do not know that they have to claim the referral reward. So I need to have that conversation with my direct. And so that's how beautiful this tree right now is, that we can actually see who we need to speak to. Another person, they haven't probably claimed their referral rewards. Or what happened this right now? Probably as well for half a month to a month. So let's go down the tree and see who else I need to speak to. Remember, guys, that my test line. Again, another person, level 1, 47 tokens. They don't have a lot of deposits. So again, I need to speak to somebody. They missed a class, and I tell you, I have a team where very few of them only showing up to my calls. So another person, that message never got to them. So is their direct. That message never got to them as well. So you guys can see right now. You guys can see who you need to work with for they started actually claiming their referral reward. So very beautiful. Of course, we do not see the total volume for that leg, but eventually that will be added as well. But that is something else. Now, something else I want to cover in this video before I open up to questions related to the tree is actually these green dots or gray. Now, I'm going to look and going to show you guys if the person has ever had $100 worth of VVA in their wallet, they will turn green. Of course, yesterday everything was grayed out. They were, there's some updates and they had to fix it. But when the person turns green, that means they reached their VVA stake balance of $100 value. They will always stay green unless they unstake everything out of their wallet. Then they will turn gray again. And I'm going to show you guys an example. This wallet right here had a couple $100 worth in their wallet. But at one point, they decided to leave the project because they thought they found another project that was better than this. So they left. They took everything out of it. And that wallet right now is staying gray. But they were green the whole time until they left. So this person never came in with $100. They never had $100. They never turned green. So kind of give you guys an idea of how these green buttons, these green dots work. So the simple is that. So now I would actually open an opportunity for those of you that still have questions. But first, before we turn off the recording, let's just ask questions on related to the tree or referral rewards, and then after that we'll go to open questions. So anybody has any questions about the tree? No questions? Negative. I Slavic. I have issues with my downline. So Sheen, If you still have a question, I haven't answered that question for you about your downline. Definitely,
No, you did. Thank you.
you're welcome. Really glad that I did. I'm very glad. Winston, go ahead.
Hi, Slava. Thanks for everything. You just mentioned like someone just took out everything and they're great. Is there any way we can remove them?
No, any wallet that's attached to you is always will be like this wallet right here.
Yes.
Uh, I accidentally, when I was creating these test wallets, this line right here, I accidentally connected them to my wallet and never put in a dollar into it, but it's always going to be there. There's nothing I can do about that. It's permanent. Any other questions? Don Poland,
Yes.
go ahead.
Is it? Can I ask a question about the debit card funding the wall?
Let's honestly, I have no information on debit card other than that it's coming. That's about the only information that I have.
No, the debit card to pay
Oh,
instead of
okay. So yes, most wallets have an option to buy crypto. Like with the Trust wallet, if you have it on mobile, that's the first thing that pops up. Find your wallet. Literally, that's all they mean. Go actually and use our credit service to buy the credit card service to buy the tokens. Go ahead.
so I'm dealing with Gemini and I've been trying to get in for a week now. I'm thinking that perhaps tomorrow they will release the crypto in order to transfer to the vault. But I've been waiting for a week. It'd be a week tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know if there was an easier way, or do I
That
simply?
okay. Here's the situation. See, credit cards usually, guys. I want you guys to understand, and I'm probably gonna pause that recording since I think we done with any questions about the tree. So give me a minute and I'll answer that question.